we all know, now this is the era of artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality. So the topic is artificial intelligence can replace the regular education system. I repeat, the topic is artificial intelligence can replace the regular education system. We have the two finalists from all the way, from the very primitive level of the contested competition that was within the walls of Sidra Academy, extended to Ambedkar Auditorium. Now we are in the, Nehru Auditorium for the final competition. There were many steps they have come through, and I really appreciate both finalists, Mr. Muhammad Muneer and Mr. Muhammad Mufeed, for their fantabulous accreditation and validation to be the part of the final debating competition. I repeat the topic, artificial intelligence, AI, can replace the regular education system. At the beginning, both finalists will be presenting their views just for 3 minutes. After that, there will be one single opportunity for their counter questioning. After that, again, we have the audience. You can also pop up your questions to the contestants. They will be answering to your questions spontaneously. That's all from me. Over to the finalist. First, Mr. Muhammad Muneer. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Respected dignitaries and my fellow colleague, I would like to present that my state that AI is going to replace the current education system. So basically it feels like it's kind of doing something negative in society. Like whether is it negative or positive. When it's come to critical thinking, we have to understand how in the very few years, like in the short time of period, it have done a much influence. So even a short time of period, AI has done much influence. So it makes a big difference at all. I can see one of the recent trending news from the south, Kerala. The child name is Hebel Anwar. So he is receiving one of the great scholarship from United States of America, one of the great institution. So he making that clear statement in his public presence that when it's come to his viewpoint about who guided, he's actually a second student. Like he is usually in like backbenches in classrooms. So usually his mother is arguing for his attendance and such kind of things. But he achieved one of the great scholarship. And he said that AI, the ChatGPT, guided me to the scholarship. So this makes very clear that the students not getting sufficient good quality teachers, good quality educators. So AI is making a big difference in community. This is my argument. Thank you.
By citing one of the most relevant examples from the South India, Mr. Muhammad Muneer was trying to establish his argument. Yes, AI can replace the present education system. And this is the time for Mr. Muhammad Mufeed to talk against the topic.
Distinguished guests and my fellow colleague and the moderator, it's very pleasure for me to be addressed in this debate session of final Leaders Talent Show session. So the debate topic is, it's very emerging and most relevant topic in today's era. This AI, artificial intelligence, can replace the regular mode of education system. So first of all, I will make my statement very clear, crystal clear. AI is one of the best tools which supports for the education. It matters, yeah. It's one of the best tool which supports for the education, but AI cannot replace the mode of education what we are practicing in our villages, from the villages to the international levels in our societies. So first of all, as mentioned my fellow colleague who is against that AI will replace the mode of education, regular mode of education. He said that short mode of education, they can bring lot of impacts and lot of enhancements in the educational fields. Let me make a clear statement that when it comes to the regular mode of education systems and comparing to the artificial intelligence, as he mentioned, Hebel and we're from the south, if AI, for the instant, if we ask a question, who is the president of this particular country, AI will instantly answer such questions. So frequently, when AI gives instant answers and instant replies, the person who is using artificial intelligence and chatbots, he stops to the critical thinking. First of all, this is one of the main point. And when it compares to the regular mode of education, it's not only the mode of education, it's completely the way of living and the nurturing of the life that a human need in the society. Ethical behavior, how to interact, how to communicate, and how to lead, how to guide a person, because as all of us, we are the regular students enrolled in one of the prestigious education institutions under Jamia Markaz al-Thaqafat al-Sunniya. We know that the teachers, they are not just teaching the theories, they are also pushing to the practical education, and they are motivating, they are guiding, and these changes, these points are bringing lot of influence, it brings lot of impact in our minds. So artificial intelligence is one of the best tool to support the education, but artificial intelligence cannot replace the regular mode of education. This is what I want to say in this debate.
Mr. Mufeed was trying to establish his argument without proper, validations and credentials, but still he was very sure that the regular schooling, regular education system cannot be replaced by the implementation of artificial intelligence. I request the audience, you can also pop up some questions to the finalists, just for 2 or 3 questions. After that, they will continue their argument just for another 5 to 10 minutes.
He's saying that the education system, but the problem with AI, like today in new world, we have a new specs now, which is AI specs, you know about the Ray-Bans and all. Today, any question automatically through the, you ask AI, and because AI is definitely and not a human, it is what you have feed in the AI, what the books or the chapters or whatever you have feed him, that's the only reply AI is going to give you. So sometimes AI is a replacement for a knowledge, but as I agree with them, in some places AI cannot be useful, especially in the education. The education from the years and years which we have studied and we know in some time, but because everybody is going to have the same answer. And now this way, somewhere the AI is useful for the knowledge, but it will be for everybody the same answer. So especially in the exams, when you call about an education, and we have an exams. Like today, recently in AIT Bombay, people, all the kids were wearing the specs. So what was the final answer? Because everybody was going to type the same answer. Because everybody was wearing those type of glasses. So the replacement of that, there was, if the same question in a different manner, whoever writes, because now when you have a tool, there is somebody who knows how to prevent the tool. So of course, AI is going to be helpful in many manners, and we should definitely in 2030, what I agree that AI will be a big supporter. But in some circumstance, AI, you have to have your own personal knowledge. Then only you can even ask AI about the same question, because everybody is going to have the same
To
answer.
say AI cannot fully substitute the present education system. I think Mr. Muhammad Muneer, you can comment on this.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the wonderful statement. Like, we know that AI is, as we mentioned, AI will not replace complete education system. But considering some topics and some thing about the emotions and how it can be controlled, what about the emotions? Well, how can AI is going to deal with it? Recently, I had the same concern, and whether I'm clearing with a scholar from IIT Bombay, he said that we are on the procedure of developing psychological and mental based to deal with perfectly to guidelines. As my opponent already mentioned that about we need guidance, and sometimes we are lack of guidance. So such AIs, if gonna develop such kind of AIs, I think it will definitely affect you in the guidance too, and it also affect maybe to completely to change towards education towards AI. And also I got some like about the reports. Like recently, one of the patient who was struggling with a lot of years about cannot find out what the disease is going on in his body. But coming to understand what with the report submitted to AI and find out the clear thing that were filed with the educators. So even education got by some institutions and some doctors, even we can say the locality with a lot of doctors can be ignored in same place. The AI replacing lot of things, and even the same position can be also applied in education.
Again, this is the time for the audience to pose your questions to the panelist. Sure, please.
My question is directly aiming at Muneer, who is claiming that AI can completely substitute the teachers. As I'm a teacher, I believe myself that teacher is not simply imparting the information, bunch of informations, rather the teachers train the students ethically and morally. But could you please pose or render some of the historical evidence, because we have been rolling up with the AIs. AI is not something that we ask in the chat boards. Rather it is we live with TV, radio, all of these stuffs that we have been evolving with these, but we are not being replaced by these are not replaced by any kind of teachers. But do you have any this kind of proofs that any countries that completely replaced with AI? Because AI is not, because the teacher is not only imparting knowledge, rather that gives the power and consciousness and ethically will nurture the students. Do you have any such kind of
Thank you so for a wonderful question. That is proving that, like as a teacher, a concern about how it can be proved. I heard that recently from China, they have developed one of the AI. It is clearly citing every student in a classroom, how they are conscious about the knowledge, whether they are concentrate what the class is going on. So, like such an advancement in AI can be replaced anytime. The human can be replaced anytime. So, I can clearly say that about Israel is training 20K teachers to be comfortable with AI. Like with AI's implementation, with AI having and with AI teachers to develop the students and to make bright future, AI is moving much faster. So basically what China has done, so we can also develop around the world.
Any further questions from the audience?
Again, I have a question to the Muneer, that he said that AI will replace. So My question is that the problem is not about the AI. Nowadays, the big problem is adaptability. Adaptability is the big problem. That if a teacher, if a student, if a graduate, any person who adapt the AI or artificial intelligence or such things, he can clearly visible that his work or anything else that he can be enhanced, do the work 10x better than before. So the ability or the things that he need to be enhanced is the prompting skills. Before that you said that it will affect the mental health. It will affect the skills that he need to be recall or such things and all. But if you adapt such things and all, then the person need to be adapted how such things and all need to be enhanced. Such things need to be enhanced, like prompting skills. What are the things that essential in this generation? So what you, how you say to this question that if someone asks such things and all?
Thank you, Ashik, for a wonderful question. That, like, I recently noticed that one of school, like nearby our locality, Pune, I think maybe in the south, like they're having a lot of students. It's a very rural area, and students are developed 3D printers, AI bots, and they know like different coding languages, and they're having multi-skills, which is really not having graduates and higher level studies. So they are proving that if without guidance and if without, like I'm saying about the primary students, not about the high school or higher secondary, like basically lower primary and upper primary students from 1st to 7th standard maybe. So they are clearly proving that they are capable. And I think there is one celebrity around the social media from Kerala, a small boy, he is also recognizing same thing about like in AI advancement, how we can develop and how we can go through. So without guidance for even child can prove that can like achieve many kind of things in same way.
I think there is, because the questions will not be much more for the person who is not supporting this AI replacement, because there is no concern for that. But still, there are some rises. Okay, hand raising is there. Okay, please. Sorry? Okay, do you have the question? Okay, please. Okay, you can.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum.
You can just manage to distribute the mic if required. Okay, please.
Yeah. See, if we remember 2019 to 2020 or 21, we have seen a bad phase. And in that a new technology came, which was called as online classroom. In that, see, I am basically from a management fraternity, means MBA, MCA college. The student who all have passed in that scenario in those 2 or 3 years, they have been tagged as COVID batch. All the classes were done online. Many of the students, they did certification programs. But now, whenever those batch students are going to any of the companies, they have to first go for a technical round, because the company is not having any faith, because they have learned online. There was no physical presence of a teacher to guide them. So first they have to pass one test. If they are passing, then only they have been called for an interview. Previously it used to be a MCA student is directly called for an interview. An MBA student is directly called for an interview. But now it is the person who is belonging to that particular batch, first they have to go for a technical round. Then they are allowed for the further rounds. So we are speaking of AI now. See, we are teachers. And the parents have a faith on teachers. because we have personal touch with the student. So will AI has a personal touch? No, it's machine. And as one of my friends told, that already whatever data is already feed it in it, that AI will give you that reply only. If you ask something outside the box, they are zero. They cannot reply. So, is this that AI will replace teachers? From my end, no. Because everywhere we are humans. See, when we were in the lockdown and we were not able to meet each other, what happened to our mental status? See, human are a creature. Why I'm calling creature? Because we are from the species. If we are not able to interact with each other for 2 days, what is our mental status? We are disbalanced. So how long we can sit in front of a computer and learn from a computer? There are some limitations. And for world, it's a glamorized word, AI. But at the end, human is the person who has created and who has made. So without human, it's nothing.
Thank you, sir. I think, sir, you are trying to say that AI cannot replace the
100%.
education system.
No, never.
Okay. But you cited the example of 2019-2020.
Yes.
The schooling or the education was possible even without going to the school.
Yeah, but there was some technical programs where the student, for example, I am in a medical fraternity, and by sitting at home, how can I use a stencil? Will AI teach me? I require a body.
But AI can help you.
They cannot show me the right direction,
Fine.
right cut, the 45-degree cut.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Okay. So, I need some more. Okay, fine, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. What Dr. Myself, Dr. Aftab Anwar Sheikh, ex-principal of Pune College of Arts, Science and Commerce, and presently principal of Choice College of Arts and Commerce. See, I think what Asik sir said, COVID has changed everything. If we would not have seen this COVID phase, so we would not have seen this AI also. But I think India is a country of masses. We have the population, lot of population. And if we see the countries, like if you go to Western countries, if you go even to GCC countries, you will find that, or I will give an example of a student studying in nursery class, G kids, Euro kids. What these students are studying? These students are studying on tabs. If the students are studying on tab, in Dubai also same thing is happening, in Qatar also same thing is happening. The teachers are there. Now in India, IITs and IIMs, they have all distance education and online courses. Most probably, the higher education system will change and they will replace teacher. And AI will take that place. And definitely in higher education, you will find, nowadays, we could not find students in the class. Out of 120 students in a class of BCom or BSc, we can hardly find 2 or 3 students or 10 students, not more than that. And we can find the student only at the time of examination. From where the students are studying, where the students are learning, the things are there. We should think in that way. Earlier, we would not have thought about email. I will give the example of email. Now with an email, I can send data whatever I want. And the person who can receive that data, he can take printout, he can read, he can do anything. Earlier it was not like that. I don't have to send a postal, means a book by post nowadays. I can post thousands of pages in a click. Means all these things will replace, AI will replace all these things. I told you that India is a country of masses. We have a lot of poverty is there, other things are there. But definitely in the coming years, AI will replace regular education. Thank you.
And there are possibilities and challenges.
Yeah.
The possibilities in the sense India is a country of masses. and sometimes the government or the, any other parallel agencies cannot provide teachers as such to all the schools. Why can't a metro city can have a robot teacher? So
It will come, yeah.
yeah, sometimes. So when you tick, are you a robot? So then only other things will be happening, right?
But I told you, higher education system, there are robots nowadays.
Fine. Yeah.
And we have this live, you can see this surgery. All the surgeries, the robot surgeries are there nowadays.
But still an expert doctor is
Yeah, they are there.
available
yeah.
as and when
But
it is required.
the time will come, yeah.
Right. So any other questions? There may only one or two.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
As I am MBA marketing in the year of 2009, okay. So when I was doing my final year, I was making my project report. So that time I was using only the Google. So I can say that the AI is giving all the data with all the sites are available very easily. And the chat box, if I talk about the chat GPT, right now the maximum people are using the chat GPT. As I am businessman, if I want to make any one project report, so it's take not more than 1 minute about the data and everything, okay? But that data also is given by the Google and the references cited are there which are fed. It's depend whatever you are feeding in the chat GPT, that reports are giving to you. Right now, we are talking about the one app only, the chat GPT. If I want to make my daughter's project report, I don't want to take the time, but whatever I feed, that I get back. And chat GPT also made by one of the person who do the regular education, if I'm not wrong. So because of that regular education, he made that type of software. And I'm so sorry, sir, what you talk about the education. That time, when was the COVID time was there, we were talking our kids that don't use the mobiles. But that time the education was very much important for our kids. Yeah, only one mobile. But right now, if we want to make any paper, any syllabus or anything, so because I am also running one small school in Navi Mumbai, so we are taking the references, not 100% references, but the 50% references. So we are using the 50% regular education, what we feed and what I get. So both are important. So according to my opinion is the regular education and the AI is both are important for the future growth, because right now we are all using the iPhone 17. We are upgraded. We are not using the iPhone 16. If we are upgrading our lifestyle, so we have to upgrade everything. This is my opinion.
I think Mr. Muhammad Mufeed can comment on the presentations or the comments from the audience.
Yes. I have a question, sir.
Okay, fine, please.
So my question is to Mufeed, and I am on an opinion the AI should replace the teacher, because a study shows that only 40% of the classroom can gain the information by listening, and some other percentage of the classroom can only gain the knowledge by seeing. And there are different types of the students in a single classroom. So that's the concern. And that a teacher cannot give an individual attention to each and every student of the classroom.
Proceed.
Hello? So it is nearly impossible to give an individual attention to all the students of the classroom. But AI can do that. And the thing is that if a student asks a question 5th time to a teacher, the teacher will get impatient. That is quite natural. So AI does not do that. So in my opinion, I want to argue that my question to Mufeed that is the statement I have just proposed a concern, and how do you feel about that?
Okay, fine. It is not the 5th time. If a student is asking 2nd time, the teacher will get annoyed.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. That is because the teachers are not very much patient as before, right? And also, there are many incidents. So the Mufeed, Mr. Mufeed will be commenting on that. Especially there are some experiences, which the very, very senior most people, they talked about the possibilities of integrating or replacing, okay, and AI, artificial intelligence in the higher education sector too. Okay, please.
We have heard about a lot of the comments and the discussions on related of the AI and education systems, regular education systems, and a lot of the distinguished guests, they have commented on that. So the question is, there will be a lot of, the quantity of the students will be high in a classroom, and there will be limited teachers in a classroom. When some students repeat the question or ask the doubt with the teacher, he will be tired or he will be impatient. So basically, we all know that the teachers are not only to just clear the lectures, just clear that what the lines are there in the textbooks. They are to be the mentors. I mean, they have to know the potential of each and every students of a classroom, and they have to fill the gaps. So when a student, it's the number of 5 we can increase for the number of 10, and we can increase up to 15. It doesn't matter. So when someone asks this question for the multiple times, even they frequently ask this, a student will ask a question for a teacher. The teacher should also, it's the main quality of a teacher is critical thinking, the management of the explanation. They can use the storytelling, they can use the other alternative methods, they can use if a student is not getting the advanced English lecturing, or basic English, he can go through an alternative medium of English. So such solutions will be found. And so in the introduction, as I said, that AI is not bad. So the discussion is, will AI replace the regular education mode of systems? So I have cleared my statement that AI will not replace the education system, but AI supports the education. It means, as the lot of the guests and the discussion has been gone through here, that AI will support the education system, and AI will, lot of MBA related issues they have raised, that in the online mode of education systems we can, we all, after the COVID pandemic issue, we all studied through some of the applications like Zoom. It's kind of application related to artificial intelligence. But previously we were in schools. Previously, we got some of the lectures, ethical, moral values, and the commitment between student and the teacher. So if someone have such quality, if someone have such taste between the relation between the teacher and student, there is no problem using the AI, artificial intelligence. If someone, he rise from his home, from the childhood, without any guidance, without any motivation, without the moral ethics or the proper way of using of artificial intelligence, and suddenly he go to chatbots and he asks question, and chatbots will instantly give the answer, and he will be definitely, he can't manage such things, he can't get the clear answer. As we know that if I ask what is the real symptom of this, I am feeling some of the suffering from the fever, and what is the clear symptom for this fever, it gives lot of answers. ChatGPT, if you go through such questions with chatbots, it gives lot of questions. But if such things happens in the night, or if such things happen in any of the middle issues, so how a person finds a single problem without the theories? So we need practical solutions, practical execution, ethical, moral values, and the commitment between student and the teacher. It's very important. Without this, we cannot survive the artificial intelligence or the regular mode of education systems. Thank you.
Okay. With this,
Sir,
sorry?
I want to ask a question.
Okay, it could be the last question, right?
Yeah.
With the permission of all the dignitaries. Okay, please.
I want to ask that if AI cannot replace the regular education system, so why the states, why the countries like China, United States, and some of the European countries are believe that AI can shape our future, and these countries such, I have said here, the countries are widely supporting AI and running in third countries and supporting it, that it can shape our future. So you are telling that AI cannot replace our regular system, so why that countries are supporting AI?
I think they were asking about, like countries like China already substituted the system with AI, right? Okay. So the question goes to Mr. Mufeed. Okay. You have to answer this.
Make it clear.
See, he was asking the countries, very developed countries like China, they have already substituted many of their conventional systems with artificial intelligence. Okay. So why can we replace the system with artificial intelligence? Because they are all developed countries.
Yeah, when we see the data of China and Japan and other countries, which is very developed in the global records of the education systems or in the form of GDP and lot of other segments, we can see that they are using such artificial intelligence applications and those modes for the development of those countries, but they are still using, if we take such of developed countries like United States or China and Japan, they are still using the relevant regular mode of education systems. It's also been there, but they are using the chatbots and other alternatives for the support of the education.
Fine. The whole education system, the whole education is mainly meant for character modification, right? Mainly meant for character modification. As Gandhiji already mentioned, heart of the education is heart education. So we have three domains: cognitive domain, affective domain, and psychomotor domain. Affective domain is heart. Heart education is the heart of education. So we need one teacher, a mentor, guru, ustads, just for proper guidance and mentoring. Okay. Let us go for that. Anyhow, thank you, my dear Mufeed and Mr. Muneer, for having got selected to the finalist of this particular competition. And I really congratulate and appreciate the, very senior, most dignified members, invited guests who have contributed their opinions. They have posed the questions and they made the entire discussion very lively and meaningfully. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.